Welcome back to my mini-series, Breaking 45. It's early on a Monday morning and I'm out walking my dog. In this video, I'll be explaining how, in 5 weeks' time, I plan on going sub 45 in the Oswestry 10k. For those new to the channel, I'm Andrew, I'm 42 years old, and after years of inactivity and unhealthy living, I'm rebuilding my fitness in a hybrid way. My YouTube channel will be following my progress, the highs and the lows, as I combine different types of training, from cardio to strength training, to take on different challenges. Today's plan is to hit 2 workouts. First, I'll be hitting a lower body workout before taking on a tempo run this afternoon, which will be along the river in Shrewsbury. I've been giving it lots of thought of how I'm going to split my training over the coming weeks. And it's not really been that easy, because the training not only has to be flexible, but it also has to account for other types of training that I'll still be doing, mainly my football and the Hyrox race I have at the end of October. I'll go into more detail later in the video about how I'm going to split my training. But for now, Dolly needs her walk and I need to get back to do my lower body workout.
Well, they ask me why I sound like this, with a 6-string growl and a hammer fist twist. Why I talk back when I should behave, why I show up loud like I'm digging a grave. I say, son, I ain't here for your rules or permission. I was raised up proud on a rebel ignition. Cause I was born to raise hell, it's in my bones. Cranking Skinner loud on a rotary phone. My daddy drank whiskey, my granddad did too. So don't be surprised when I howl like a fool. I don't sit in silence, I don't play it small. This outlaw blood don't blend at all. You call it trouble, I call it tradition. I was born to raise hell, it's a family tradition.
Okay, so that's the lower body workout done for this morning. And I said earlier that I'd talk about how I was going to split my training to run a sub 45 for the 10k, but also to incorporate the other types of training. So on Monday, which is today, I'll be doing a lower body workout, and then in the evening a tempo run. Where it'll be, it's going to be quite flat for me to do that. Tuesdays I'm going to incorporate an easy run. That might be a cycle. I think one of the things I am considering is alternating between running and cycling for 2 reasons. One, primarily I'm thoroughly enjoying being out on the bike and riding the different routes that I've got available to me, but also it's less taxing on the body, there's less impact on the body, and it's also really good for your aerobic capacity. So I figure if I'm doing my tempo runs and I'm doing my interval trainings, I've got my football that I'm doing, that will be building the strength that I need for running. To increase that aerobic capacity, cycling I think fits in quite well. So that's what a Tuesday will be, easy run / easy ride. Wednesday evenings I have football training, so as part of that a lot of explosive movements in there. So I think a lot of the speed training that I would need to do is being done on a Wednesday evening when it comes to training. But also I'm spending the best part of 90 minutes on a Saturday sprinting. It's short distances, but there's multiple sprints, change of directions that I do whilst I'm playing competitive football. So I need to think about how that fits in. I think that's improving my running ability and the speed, but I also can't take on too much because obviously we're going to need time to recover. So Thursday I'll be thinking about doing interval training. Fridays are still going to be a rest day. I think I'm going to take it very easy when it comes to what I'm doing on a Friday. Saturday I've got my football, and then on Sundays I'll be doing some sort of easy run or easy ride, recovery run, recovery ride, however you want to look at that. So for example, I played 90 minutes on Saturday football. On the Sunday morning I did a 50k easy ride, which took me a couple of hours, which I felt really helped loosen up the muscle. So that's what I'll be doing. But also alongside that, I'll be fitting in some strength training, because as I say, even though this series is about running a sub 45, I've got other challenges that I want to take on. So I've got Hyrox just a couple of weeks after that. So as part of my training split, I'll be doing strength training. And as I did this morning, thinking about my lower body workout, I was incorporating some wall ball training and thinking about the difference. So for example, the lunges, thinking about that, but also trying to tie that in with getting faster. I'll also be doing upper body workouts as well and fitting that in alongside, because ultimately this isn't just about running a sub 45 in a 10k. This is also about rebuilding my fitness in a hybrid way, and that has to involve strength training. So that's what I'll be doing. So it's time for a shower, time for some breakfast, I've got work for the day, and then I'll be catching up with you later for the tempo run. Okay, so it's later on in the day now, and I'm in Shrewsbury about to do a tempo run. So I'm planning on hitting a pace of around 440 to 450 for 10 minutes, and then giving it a rest for about 5, and then hitting those 10 minutes again, and probably doing 4 of those. Now, in order to do under 45 in a 10k, I need to be hitting a 430 or below pace. So the idea of this tempo run is to get near to that pace. I'm looking for a sort of 7 to 8 effort level, and that should be able to let me know where I am currently, but also to begin to build those adaptations needed to run a sub 43. So I'm going to do a 1k warm up, and then after that hit around 440 to 450 pace for 10 minutes, slow it down for no more than 5 minutes, and do that 4 times. So let's go.
Rolling up, hitting that jukebox, ready to kick it back with the country talk. I can still get top, you can feel it in the air. Ain't no doubt we're gonna rock it right there. She walks through the door, heels clicking like fire, with a look in her eye that could take you high, leaning on the bar. Whiskey neat. She said, if you want a good time, follow my lead. Got that old school soul with a modern twist, talking about Patsy Allen and a little bit of grit. She's a small town queen with a big city spot, but when that country beat hits, she owns the dark.
Okay, that's the first rep done. Now, according to my watch, it was 2.2 kilometers and an average pace of 4:31, so I went way too fast for what I was trying to achieve there, which I'm kind of glad, because I'll be honest, it was feeling at the sort of more of a 8 or 9 out of 10 than a 7 or 8, so I can slow it down a little bit for the next one. So I'm on a 5 minute or up to 5 minute recovery jog, and then go again.
Rose dust kicking up high, spinning tires through the dirt, we're touching the sky. Trucks lifted, chrome glit in the sun, a convoy of legends, yeah, we're second to none. Cool breeze blowing, but the heat's turned up. Riding shotgun vibes, pour another in the cup. Speakers on blast, we're shaking the ground. Rolling deep, let the country rap sound rebound. We're trail riding, bonfire light. Good times rolling and the stars are aligning. Crank it loud, let the bass lines flow. Mud on the tires and the crew on the go. Turn it up, bring it down. Wheels keep spinning as the night comes around.
So that's the second rep done, and that was a 4:41 pace. So that was about where I want to be, and that was an effort level of probably 7 or 8. So much more comfortable with that. Plus I have loosened up a bit now, so it is feeling a hell of a lot easier. So we're gonna have a little recovery jog now, and then we're going to hit the 3rd rep. Now I'm just checking the time, and I haven't got all night to do these, so I think I've got enough time to do 1 more rep, but I'm hoping there's enough time to do 2 more, so I'll check in with you after the 3rd rep.
I was raised in the rust, built tough as nails, where the wind cuts sharp and the weak boys bail. I felt the dirt, I've tasted steel, but I ain't never bowed and I never will. Got a backbone carved out of red clay pride.
Okay, so that's rep number 3 done, and that was 4:43. So, sort of pacing it exactly how I wanted to do so. So, I'm on my recovery jog, and then I'll have time to do the last rep. So, we'll get to that in a minute. And then once I've done that, I'll let you know how each rep went and where I think I'm at and what I think I've got to do. So, yeah, I'll see you after the 4th and final rep.
Driving down the farm road, past the fields of green, corn rows swaying in the finest scene I've seen. Got a cooler in the back and my boots on the floor. This small town life's got me wanting more. Sunset and low and the beats turned up, raising hell tonight with a red Solo cup. Farm road fever with the baseline high, country soul shining neath the starry sky. Fuck the big town noise, we're living our way.
Okay, so that's 4 reps done. The last average pace was 4:44. So I'm quite pleased with that. That was what I was aiming to do. My recovery runs in between weren't very long. I was recovering really fast. I did find that towards the end my legs were getting heavy, and then it occurred to me that I had done a leg workout this morning, which may have played a part in it. So I'm just having a cool down run now, and that'll be it for today, the end of the tempo run. So once I finish my cool down run and I'm back in the car, I'll try and sum up this evening's workout and where we're at. So I'm back at the car now, and that's the end of the workout. Pretty pleased with those 4 reps, pretty pleased with the pacing. I struggled on the first one, went out too fast, which is something that I do tend to do sometimes. But overall, I felt good. I think aerobically, I'm definitely where I need to be. I think there's definitely some more endurance needed in my legs, as they were feeling heavy and tired towards the end. But I am also considering that I did a lower body workout this morning, which I don't think would have helped with any fatigue. So all in all, pleased with that. That's the end of today's workout. That's the end of today's video. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time on Breaking 45.